I want to talk to you about Google Meet, and the question is this tool great for one-stop shop video conferences or what? Let's talk about that. So here is a presentation I want you to keep in mind when you think about Google Meet, right? So basically, a Google Meet is actually a tool that's great for one-stop shop video conferencing software, and you are talking about the like Google Meet used to be called Hangouts back in the days, and you can actually use the tool can be used by anyone with a free Google account. So that's kind of cool. So a free Google account, and the software comes standard with calls for up to 100 people. You have mobile functionality and a screen sharing module. While a free version is available, you will need a paid Google Workspace plan for access to whiteboard tools and social media integration. So if your need is a little more, if your need or is a little more than just whiteboard, then you really want, just conference calls, you will need a paid plan. While the interface is not as smooth as competing systems, the service also comes bundled with many of Google's other useful apps free of charge, which is really ideal for solopreneurs and startups that need to stretch every dollar of the tech budget, right? So think about Google Meet as a popular, very popular video conferencing tool. Though mainly web-based, it is available for smartphones and tablets. One of the immediate advantages of using Meet is that it's free to use through your Google account. While this may be enough for individual professionals and tiny business teams, large companies expecting hundreds of meeting participants will typically need to purchase a Google Workspace plan to help get the most out of Meet, because the capabilities actually get saturated past a certain threshold. Okay, so who should really use it? Well, Google's vast bundle of services makes Meet an attractive option for a do-it-all business suite that won't break your budget. And it's one of those things where this is actually the surviving remnants of the now defunct Google Hangouts and Google Plus. And the program actually launched in 2017, and today is one of the better known and routinely used video conferencing options available on the market. Boss, welcome back to the show. I really want to thank you for being here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the evaluation here. So when we analyze Google Meet in depth, we want to look at the pros and cons, and we want to see the advantages and the disadvantages, and see whether or not, in the end, this tool is really worth it. So let's first start with the pros. We love the fact that Google Meet offers a free version. You have a complete set of call control options. So if a control or filtering is kind of important for your organization, or you are trying to have a segregation within your team in terms of authority and access control, you will love this call control options. The paid plans offer an impressive suite of apps. It's free to use with a Google account, so that's kind of cool. You have low cost pricing plans, and you are able to hold meetings with up to 1,000 participants. You have more than 200 third party integrations. This is Google after all, this is a Google product after all. And you have screen sharing during calls, that's totally possible. You have live stream from Google Meet to YouTube. So if you are trying to actually have to create a junction between the YouTube and Google Meet, you have the possibility to do that too. That's kind of cool. And you can share comments and links during meetings using the chat box. You have a tool that includes documents collaboration, and this is actually a tool that works entirely within your browser. No need to have a third-party app or what have you. And you are able to automatically save meeting recordings to Google Drive. And the tool also integrates with other Google Workspace apps. What about the cons of this tool here? Because no tool is perfect anyway, right? Now, it is hard to host meetings for more than 250 people. The interface could be more intuitive. You can see that Google hasn't really worked on the UX and the UI in the last few years, and it's very insular, Google specific setup, and this is not intuitively incorporated with other UCAS tools such as voice, chat, fax, etc. That's kind of important. And also the whiteboard feature is actually being phased out, and the business features requires a Google Workspace membership. and there is no built-in transcription feature. If that's something you care about, you're not having that in Google Meet. Well, so I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Google Meet, and the question is this tool really worth it or what? I want to talk to you now about the features. What we love about Google Meet is that this tool allows you to make a plan, and you have ease of use. I mean, Google Meet is a very easy to use video meeting tool, accessible by logging into your Google account and by going to the website to start a new conversation. While you need to download software to use the product on your phone, once you do, it's just as quick and easy to start or join a new meeting. What about the hardware here? Well, Google provides hardware for Meet under the Series 1 umbrella of supporting equipment. And so these items include the Series 1 Desk 27, the Series 1 Board 65, the Series 1 Room Kits. And so this room kits are made through a partnership with Lenovo. So this room kits feature a smart audio bar that uses noise canceling technology, microphone pods, you have 4K cameras, and a mid-compute system with an Intel i7 processor and built-in Google Edge TPUs. So you are able to manage the setup using a touch control display powered by a single Ethernet cable. And you can also operate the meeting without touch using voice commands instead. So that's kind of cool. What about software? Well, Google Meet's software is primarily web-based. I think I've said this before. I've established that before. But it is available for download to iOS or Android compatible devices. And you can use Meet software for video and audio conferencing, screen sharing during meetings, interactions during the chat box, emojis, or raise hand tools. And you can also use it for recording meetings. In terms of video and audio quality, the quality overall is of the highest quality. And images of others in the meeting were clear, and the speakers were easy to hear and understand when we tested it. What about screen sharing? Well, during a meeting, you can share your screen by clicking the appropriate button. You can choose to share a single tab or the entire screen. This option is extremely useful for sharing powerful PowerPoint presentations or team documents. And screen sharing with Google Meet is a great collaboration tool and a valuable means of employee instruction. What about meeting recordings? Well, meeting recordings is totally possible too. So it may be that a team member is absent, or let's say due to other obligations, cannot be part of a meeting. So by recording meetings in Google Meet, you can ensure everyone is on the same page and that nobody misses out on important information. So this is kind of cool. And you have security also is there. The Google Meet is really secure. And you also have a third-party integrations that includes Miro, HubSpot, Trello, Zapier, Gemini, and many others. I want to talk to you about the specs that you can really have, you can expect when you actually use Google Meet. So with Meet, you can instantly launch or join a meeting. So that's an important spec, because we're not talking about really you actually wasting a lot of time here. No, you are able to start right away, and that's kind of cool. Okay, so that's really important to think about. You want to start and you want to join instantly. You can also send out invites by email or text messaging. That's another possibility there within Google Meet. So in terms of scalability, that's really good. You can also use the chat feature during meetings. That's very cool. And even better, in terms of privacy preservation here, you can blur the background or select special background images. So we love that a lot in terms of flexibility and scalability. And you can actually present by using the share screen feature also. And you can engage the raise hand feature to avoid speaking over other participants. So in terms of specs, that's a really powerful spec in terms of collaboration, in terms of engagement, but also in terms of efficiency, especially if you are actually having over, like if you have 1,000 participants in a call, that's kind of important. And you can also use emojis for self-expression and positive interactions. So that this is another possibility to sort of solidify your engagement or your interaction with other meeting participants. So though Google Meet is a free, Premium features expand on what is possible to do. For instance, by signing up for a Google Workspace plan, your business can hold meetings for up to 1,000 participants. Premium Google Meet allows companies to record meetings, track attendance, use noise cancellation, and use in-domain live streaming. With enterprise level plans, it is also possible to live stream from Google Meet to YouTube, but do it in a very private way. In other words, not public, but private way, and that's kind of cool for businesses that want to keep things a little more like to keep certain data behind a certain paywall. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Google Meet, and the question is this tool really worth it or what? I will speak about pricing later on, though. Okay, so just hold on. You will love that part. I want to talk to you about the setup. So when we think about Google Meet, what kind of setup should you be expecting really when you think about it? Well, first of all, this is a Google product, so you are talking about flexibility right off the bat, right? And so that's kind of an important element to keep in mind. And Google Meet works by using the internet to allow meeting participants to connect. Calls may use both video and audio, but it is also common for such meetings to be strictly audio, functioning similarly to a phone call. And this option is useful when a poor or unreliable internet connection may cause the video to lag or freeze, especially when attempting to share screens. And because the internet connection quality can directly impact the success of the meeting, Google recommends a wired connection for optional sound and video quality. Okay, so it's one of those things where it could be a little problematic though when you have a remote team. Let's say you're somewhere in New York, but you have team members in Jakarta, or you have team members in Abuja, Nigeria, or Jakarta, Indonesia, and where the internet is not always the best quality, then you might have a problem here. So it's just better to do audio on those in those circumstances. And so for bandwidth, Google suggests an outbound signal of at least 3.2 Mbps and a minimum inbound signal of 2.6 Mbps with 2 participants, 3.2 Mbps with 5 participants, or 4 Mbps with 10 participants. Understand that the more participants a meeting has, the better your bandwidth quality must be, especially if you are trying to prevent video lag or freeze. And so what really sets Google Meet apart really when you think in a very crowded field? Well, Google Meet probably has the best advantage of video conferencing tools in that so many people use Google and have existing accounts. So instead of downloading a product to your desktop for video meetings, meeting participants can join via any modern web browser. You can download a mobile app to hold video and audio conferences via smartphone. So in addition to easy access, Google Meet is free to use. You must upgrade though for business features. As Meet is free, it is kind of excellent for individual professionals, freelancers, solopreneurs, and also small business teams seeking a budget-friendly way to hold video meetings. The cost-friendly nature of Workspace pricing makes it among the most scalability-friendly conferencing tools available. I want to talk to you now about the target audience. So when you think about the Google Meet, what kind of a target audience should you be sort of envisioning? Is Google Meet right for you? Well, as Google Meet is a top-rated video conferencing product, many professionals or organizations incorporate the software into their communication strategies. However, alternatives on the market could serve as a better fit depending on your business needs, but also your budget. I will talk about the rivals later on. I'll speak about Zoom, for instance. I'll talk about TeamViewer Meeting. I'll talk about GoToMeeting. But one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about the target audience, you want to think of Google Meet if you are looking for a low-cost video and audio conferencing. So even when upgrading to premium business plans, Google Meet provides a cost-effective method for businesses of all sizes to network within and outside the organization efficiently. And Google Meet is also great for meetings with hundreds of participants. So depending on your service plan, You can hold a meeting with a couple of hundred or up to 1,000 participants. By recording meetings or streaming to YouTube, the number of people seeing the meeting could be especially large. You also have you have a screen sharing, so you can easily present slideshows or other information during the meeting by selecting the share screen button. You can also ensure privacy, so you can blur or substitute background images to protect your privacy during meetings or avoid unnecessary distractions. You also have interactivity, like if Google Meet is also best for interactivity tools. So Google Meet actually provides features that encourage engagement during meetings. For example, those in meetings can raise their hands. I think I've said this before, to ask questions, react to news with available emojis, or use the chat to ask questions and share links. So that in terms of interactivity, that's really cool. Google Meet is not recommended for use as part of an all-in-one platform, Google-based whiteboards, and avoiding Google purchases. So Google Meet is not naturally intertwined with cloud communication tools that fall under the Google umbrella. It takes notable effort to use these products together. In contrast, competing products such as RingCentral or Dialpad, for instance, provide omni-channel services on the same plan via downloadable software. Google is phasing out its native whiteboards, so you must find third-party whiteboards compatible with Meet. And because Google has no specific pricing plans, paying solely for premium video or audio conferencing software access is impossible, and getting premium business options outright requires committing to a Google Workspace plan, regardless of whether you want or need those other tools. Let's talk about pricing here. So you can see on the screen here, you have the Google Workspace sort of add-on that comes with Google Meet. So you have the Business Starter, you have the Business Standard, you have the Business Plus, and you have the Enterprise. So when we talk about the Business Starter, you are talking about $6. I mean, $6 per month, billed annually. So you have 100 meeting participants, and you have screen sharing. That's really good. You have app sharing, you have document sharing, you have whiteboards. You have you can now record meetings though. You have virtual backgrounds, you have meeting transcriptions, and you have integrations. So that's cool. That's really cool. Now, one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about Meet, you need to understand that Google Meet is freeware for anyone with a Google account. So you can start a video or audio meeting at no cost, but you can host up to 100 participants in a meeting that actually can last up to 60 minutes. You may also raise your hand to get the moderator's attention. So this level of conferencing may be fine for individuals conducting one-on-one meetings or small teams. Otherwise, you must purchase a workspace plan to access more advanced, so Business Starter. So Business Starter improves on the freeware tier by letting you host 24-hour meetings. So participants can join domestically or internationally by phone through a Google Voice. In addition, Starter permits Google Meet hardware owners to use the raise hand function for an entire room during a conference. And a Business Starter improves the freeware regarding meeting length and lets team members or outside collaborators join by phone. So it's $6 per user per month. So this could be a cost-effective option for individuals. Okay, and you have Business Standard. So Business Standard offers everything in free and starter while incorporating breakout chat rooms, noise cancellation, adding co-host, polls, you have Q&As, control slides, presentations, and the ability to record or transcribe meetings and save them to Google Drive. You may also set the recording quality when sharing screens. And Business Standard lets up to 150 participants join meetings, making it a very ideal subscription plan for small businesses. And then you have Business Plus. So Plus provides everything in the lower tiers while allowing you to host meetings for a maximum of 500 people. And the cool thing is you can also track attendance, though this option requires that at least 5 people attend the meeting. And this tier is ideal for a medium-sized business that expects hundreds of people to attend conferencing sessions routinely. The Enterprise plan lets you host up to 1,000 people in video meetings. You also get access to in-domain streaming, and that's really cool. Now, as there is no listed price, you will need to contact the sales team to get an exact quote for the service. But overall, this is really good. Now let's talk about the extras and rivals. Your customer service and support. You must have access to an admin account to contact support concerning Google Workspace. You can contact customer support using the Help Assistant window if you have an admin account. Without an admin account, customers are limited to getting help for issues through the Google Workspace Community Forum or the Google Workspace Learning Center. And so Google prioritizes support offerings by service plan, offering 3 tier levels, as you saw: the standard, the enhanced, and the premium. Okay, so that's kind of important. So in terms of the alternatives, you have a GoToMeeting. I said this before. You have Zoom. You have Team Viewer Meeting. So, and those are kind of interesting too, depending upon what you are looking for, what kind of option you're looking forward to. So what is our opinion here? So is Google Meet really worth it or what? Well, definitely yes, definitely yes. And the cool thing is that if you want to go beyond the freemium version, you have the ability to pay for a Google Workspace subscription. That's for sure. So we love the fact that as for video and audio quality, we find Google Meet consistently high definition as long as the internet connection meets the necessary standard. And we love the fact that you have chat options available, so you're able to ask questions without risking the flow of conversation or the presenter as they are sharing important information with the group. Okay. And we also love the fact that there are within the Google Meet, there is no lagging or freezing in meetings with hundreds of people present. Admittedly, internet connection quality may have played a role in this because if you actually don't have a good internet connection, you might have the lag. But the cool thing is we definitely recommend Google Meet, that's for sure, because the tool has all the necessary features for a productive video conferencing session. The one area where it lags behind alternative options is its customer support, which is not as transparent or readily available to assist the users as possible. Still, because of the cost effectiveness of Google Meet, we think that this tool is an excellent option for professionals and companies ranging from tiny teams to enterprise level organizations. So this is kind of important. Now, Google Meet is free to use, okay? However, some features are premium only. So you got to really ask yourself, what do you need and what do you not need? For example, breakout chat rooms during meetings, polls, and live streaming on YouTube are paid. Okay, those are premium only. And so you also need to understand that when it comes to Google Meet and Zoom meetings, for instance, those two are video conferencing tools. But it's one of those things where you got to ask yourself, what do you need exactly? Do you need to have more features, or do you need specific features? Because Google Meet, as good as it is, it doesn't offer everything, okay? I was talking to you earlier about the differences. For instance, when it comes to Zoom, basically Google Meet and Zoom each provide video conferencing software at no cost with the option to upgrade and expand service features. A key difference is that Google Meet doesn't have its own pricing tiers. Instead, Meet is available with Google Workspace plans. And Zoom, however, can be purchased separately. Likewise, you can bundle it with other services such as Zoom Phone or Zoom Contact Center. So you have the possibility there. Now, each service allows up to 1,000 video meeting participants, though Zoom has far more third-party integration options. And this is kind of cool. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today was a quick recap on Google Meet, and I give you the presentation, the evaluation, the features, the specs, the setups, the target audience, the pricing, the extras and rivals, and our opinion. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.